I saw a post on social media and it was about you can't post a lot on social media if you're doing the work you say you're doing. To an extent, I agree. However, this is why I always fucking preach integrate it into your day and make it 1 out of 10 effort and 10 out of 10 returns, right? Today's site visit day. You're going to be going around like 3 or 4 sites. And I'll be doing sexy montages. I'm going to make up for the shit videos this week. But I do want to talk about this first. Integrating it into your day is, you're seeing it right now. So I'm going to do site visits. This is just screwed to my, this was wasted time and now it's productive time. If anything, it adds to the day, like in a productive way. It doesn't take away time. And then when I'm at site visits, I'm inspecting the site and taking photos for clients, right? And then I'll just take videos like that, like the ones that you see. See when you see the music and you see like the little panoramic videos, those clips are about 2 seconds each. Let's say there's about fucking 15 clips. You know what I mean? It's only 30 seconds. Okay, let's say you got to move around and get the shot. You're talking about 3 minutes. Like, really, is that adding much time? Editing wise, clip, done. And I'll do a wee fancy intro when it says Scott McPherson with the key. But that's a pre-made thing. I just put that on top of the clip. And for the rest of social media, I'll just put a photo up. I'll be sat on my couch watching TV with Lauren. And I'll just put a photo up with a wee caption. Or if I, on a very rare occasion, chat some good stuff on here, whilst I'm editing, I'll make a duplicate of it on CapCut, cut that little like 90 seconds, and then post it on social media, right? It's the top of funnel. Don't underestimate the importance of it. It's not for everyone. I know remarkable property investors, in today's day and age, who are absolutely fucking killing it, and they never really post on social media. And obviously people are investing in property before social media, so it's not something you have to do, but why not leverage it? It's about leveraging it. Why not do it if you can integrate it into your day? If you're spending hours and hours and hours editing some fucking bullshit reel where it's top 5 places to invest in the UK, so it takes you from start, idea, write the script, set up a camera and stuff with the microphone, record it, edit it, review it, post it, all those steps. Let's say it takes you like 4 to 6 hours for a reel that I could just Google. As a viewer, I could just Google that information. You know what I mean? Like, it's not one of one, right? So that's not productive in my opinion. However, I do think social media is extremely important depending on your business model. And for me, I get almost all of my clients. I get my clients through investors, through 2 ways. It's like referrals and it is social media. That's just the cold hard truth. So there is a place for it. But if you're spending all your time posting, thinking of posts, writing posts, recording posts, editing posts, if that's the majority of your time, and you're doing that instead of looking for deals and actually doing the stuff that will come up with good ideas and actually make you the money, then you got to find a nice balance, to be honest. Because the person that posted that saying, like, if you spend all your time posting on social media talking about doing the thing instead of doing the thing, I do agree with it in a certain sense that you should also be doing the thing. Like, I'm recording me doing the thing, so it's a bit of both. Try and do something like that. I don't believe social media doesn't have a place, but it fucking does. Because it does. Alright. We are going to Project Western, then Project Sun, then Project Brighton. And then this is it, and that's that. You're seeing 3. Okay? You're seeing 3. Right, I'll see you at Western. Yes, team. We are now at Brighton Road. Have a look. Kitchens are almost completed. That's where the bed is going. Ensuite, almost completed. Basin's going in next week. Well, everything's going in next week. Everything's been delivered. You know what I mean? Wardrobes. And here, so that's studio, double ensuite in here. So you have back-to-back en-suites behind the stairs. So you do your spiral staircase all the way up, and you have back-to-back double en-suites. Now, as we go down here, we've got 2 studios. This is studio number 2, and we're getting there. A sexy montage will come up. Got to get that covered. So it's like that. And through here, this was a double ensuite, but now it's a studio. So now it's 3 and 3 because we moved that back. This was the plant room. Like this whole section here was the plant room. And we thought it didn't need to be that big. So we chopped it in half, pushed that back. That got us an extra square meter. Wardrobe goes in there, and this is it, and that's that. That is your new studio. That's why the kitchen's here. And where's the ensuite? It's here. Alright. Everything coming up. Want this done. Carpets are coming in next week. Oof. Gotta make sure it's all cleared out. And we're wanting the interior designers to come in week commencing the 16th. Here is the double ensuite down here. Plaster beginning. Done the ground floor last. You might be thinking, Scott, how are you going to get these fucking carpets in on the 12th and 13th? Don't you worry, it's going to be done. This was done this week. Plastering of the extension. So this is the ensuite here. This isn't the studio, but it's quite a long one. The bed is going here. Hope the camera's picking all of this up. You can see it's all going on. It's all going on. Project Sun. Insulation has commenced. We are now on the top floor in the L-shaped dormer. This is a studio. That's where the desk is going. That's the ensuite. That's where the bed is going. That's where the kitchen's going. And you can see the insulation start because we're preparing for plastering, plasterboards to go up next week. And first fix is completed, both plumbing and electrics. And you can see here, more insulation has occurred up there and over here. Right, there's the stairs. You're seeing the bones. This is like the middle of the last one. It's like the mid-refurb stage, somewhat. So you got the floorboards in, new floors, everything's dropped down. You can see this line here. That's where it used to be, the floor. Dropped it down to here. Alright, this is it and that's that. Let's go downstairs and see. Insulation will be starting here starting next week. You can see the chimneys have been taken out and stairs are here. First fix is done down here as well. The ventilation has been put in. But it's a clean site. Look at this. Nice and clean. You would have seen it with the top floor as well. I really appreciate this from a builder. Obviously it's to their benefit more than it is mine, but I really do appreciate it when it's a clean site because it shows that they care about the site, it shows that they're putting in the effort, because a lot of problems that have come up on other sites is that the site was so messy, guys couldn't work. So look at this, beautiful, beautiful insulation started going here. But yeah, this is another studio, bed here, and ensuite there. Kind of a carbon copy from upstairs, isn't it? And you've got desk there, kitchen there, plant room here, and I believe this is another studio too. Ensuite is tucked behind the stairs, kitchen over here, bed over here, and this is it, and that's that. And let's go downstairs. Now it's a wee bit messy down here. I can't fault them. But I've got the new windows on site. And this is the extension. Bloody extension. All new. And I believe this one's a double ensuite. Bed's going here, across, TV there, ensuite down here, and then potentially wardrobe there. Because see this door frame? It was, that gap there was here, so it was 2 gaps here, and that 1 gap there, so it was more to the right. However, what we're doing now is moved it to the left. That's why when you have stud work up, just make the changes that you need to make. Okay, make the changes you need to make. We moved that to the left. Why? Because we want to put a wardrobe there, and then it'll come out exactly here, which is about 600 mil. Okay, right, all right. Time for a sexy montage, it seems. Alright, that's it, site visit day, done dusted. We've got 4 ongoing refurbs. I visited one yesterday, so there's no need to go back today. But soon to be 3. Brighton should be finishing in the next 2 weeks, and then my job is done. And I wanted to talk about probably the most successful way that I find deals, and it's definitely something that you can do too. It's easier once you've got your network and you've built a lot of relationships. However, if you're at the start of your journey, something you can work on now. So it goes as, a lot of people look on Rightmove, a lot of people look on Zoopla, on the market, Property Engine, that's something that I use, and although I do use them, you are directly up against everyone else that is looking at them, which is millions of people. Or probably for your area, it's probably thousands of people, but it's still a lot, right? A lot of competition. So, the nice thing to do is to look for off-market properties. So how do you look for them? You do direct-to-vendor mail, you ask your network, ask lettings agents if they've got landlords selling up, and if they were to sell to you, you would sign a contract where you would continue the lettings with them. You create that win-win, stuff like that. But my favorite strategy that I've got so far is I have friends that are investors, and they do what I do. They specialize in HMO conversions. That's what they prefer to do. Now, a lot of people, and this is a topic for another video, but a lot of people find the deal and then they raise the funds. And it's a bit of a chicken or the egg. Do you raise the funds and then find the deal, or do you find the deal and raise the funds? But I'll talk about that in another video. So I approach the people who find the deal and then raise the funds, because not every single time can they raise the funds. So then they've got a deal and it's a few weeks into conveyancing and not been able to raise the funds. They've spent money on stage 1 architect drawings, sometimes stage 2, stage 4 architect drawings, and they've got build quotes in place, they've got solicitors on the go, and they've invested some capital into these deals, right? And then they find, or then they understand that they're not able to raise the funds that they would like to have raised, or their investor had something come up and they aren't able to move forward with this deal. Insert any reason, right? So now they're left with a problem. The problem is they've got this deal, it works, and they can't raise the finance, their investor may have pulled out, insert problem. And they've invested capital into this, they've invested time and energy into this, and the agent has got a relationship with the agent they want to keep as well. So there's a lot on the line. What I like to do is present the opportunity to them to basically tell me when this happens, because I have a list of investors who are ready to go and buy properties right now, including myself, by the way, because I want to start buying properties now. And the win is they get reimbursed for the searches by the solicitors, they get reimbursed for the architectural drawings and any other money spent on it, should it be reasonable. and the agent, their relationship with the agent stays intact, and they basically get reimbursed for everything, and it's not a loss. And you know what? They get a referral fee as well. So I'm paying like a couple grand referral fee for bringing it to me, you know? So not only, yes, they don't get the deal and it sucks, but they get reimbursed for everything. The relationship with the agent is restored, and they make a profit, you know, from my referral fee as a thank you. That's something that's worked extremely well for me, and it's something that I encourage you to do. Presenting these win-win-wins to people. Like I said earlier, I touched on it earlier, if you go to like a HMO lettings agent and explain to them, look, I'm looking to purchase properties with or without tenants, and I understand that you have landlords on the books. Some of them may be willing to sell or wanting to sell. If they are wanting to sell, I'm happy to keep the business with you. Only do this to agents that you would be happy to keep the business with, by the way. There'll be fucking people around. But yeah, so I was just checking they're still in charge. Yeah, so basically, you're keeping the business with them. The agent keeps the business. They don't lose anything, because if that landlord were to sell to someone else, they would have lost the business. And that's a lot of business, right? It all adds up. If they're selling like 4 properties, like a portfolio, then shit, it's a lot of money that the agent's missing out on, a lot of business. So they keep the business. The seller sells to you, and you're a good person. If you're watching my channel, you're a reputable person. You're a man of your word, a woman of your word. You mean what you say, and you do what you say, okay? And so they're selling to a good buyer, right? And plus, you get off-market deals. You get off-market deals. Only you know about them. Only you are seeing them. You're not up against thousands of people like you're on Rightmove. All right. So there's a couple of wee strategies for you. You may have known them. You may have not known them. But all I know is that the first deal I ever sold to a client was the lettings agent strategy, and the most deals I've ever sold was the investor strategy. So I've just got to share what I've done, and that's what I've done, and I've seen that it works. So I hope that helps. I hope you enjoy your weekend. I'll probably post this on Monday. I hope you had a good weekend. Alright? And I'll see you in the next one.